You blasted off from the infatuation to be the first to reach the ovum, miraculous conception. You are now here for a purpose and a cause. The world is in your hands, brethren. It's yours. You are a spiritual being, descendant of the Most High Supreme. So step up, take your place on the world scene. Blast off. Now, sister, don't let them blast off in ya. Unless you got a ring on your finger, certification or education, or you might find yourself in a tight situation.
That's right.
Blast off. Now, brother, don't blast off and step off. Be a man with yours. Don't leave your shorty and your seed alone to fight these wars. I see some of y'all need clarification. The true blast off is the jump off, and that's education. Cause yo, cats gon' bling, blaze, bang, and do they thing. But you gotta understand, and overstand the unseen hand. You gotta understand, and overstand the unseen hand. Cause there's a war going on outside no man is safe from. To get you out of school into the prison industrial system. To make you just a number in the beast's computer arteries, or just a tombstone in the cemetery. Either way, the system gets paid, you just a matrix battery. So don't let them stop you, and get out your own way. You keeping it real? Keeping it real is good credit and straight A's. And the world will bow to you and write you a blank check. You be too big for pimping rides or MTV cribs. You be ruling the world like Lauryn Hill and Nas talked about. And you be like, yo, that cat Kamal is the truth, no doubt. Blast off. Focus on the goal, take control and roll. Let the whole world know that you got soul. Like the atom in the womb of the universe that grew into the sun, you're number one. Be determined and rise like helium, helium, helium. Blast off. Peace.
All right.
Thank you. Praise God. All right. I think from now I'll do the collegiate, educational, intellectual, metaphysical piece. Y'all ready to get heavy?
Yes, sir.
How heavy? Real heavy?
Real heavy. Blast off.
All right, so alright, yeah, so I'm going to do heavy, and then if y'all allow me to try to do one more, all right? I don't want to hog up nothing. Alright. Y'all heard of the Doggone Tribe? How many people heard of the Doggone Tribe? Mali, Africa. You heard of it last week. Some of y'all heard of it last week. Y'all being good to me. Thank you. Alright. The tradition of the Dogon tribe in Mali, Africa, states that they were visited thousands of years ago by the Nomos, so-called extraterrestrial beings that taught them about the star constellation Orion and the stars Sirius A and B. Now that's heavy. Now why is this even important to you? Because the Dogons believe that Sirius B is where your soul goes after you die. Now, aren't you concerned with your afterlife? Or are you only concerned with the master's life? The preacher or the pastor's wife? See, the Dogons knew the rotation of these stars without a telescope or satellite. It took the European until recently to create a telescope so we could see partially what these so-called savages could always see. Now that's heavy. How heavy? Heavier than Shirley from What's Happening? Ruben from American Idol? Big Partner and Rerun. Heavier than those chicks, I got some old school in here. Heavier than those chicks from 2 Tons of Fun. Now that's heavy. I don't mean to make light of this, but for what it's worth, Sirius is only 8.6 light years from Earth. The black man was vibrating on a high frequency, traveling on other planes with extraterrestrial beings, calculating the rotation of constellations, having conferences with interplanetary organizations. We were singing to it that the universe was balanced. Now, you're singing crack, doing step and fetching rap, and black on black violence. Now that's heavy. Glorifying text ghettos and projects, trapping our lovers with sex-breaking Egyptian, tyrannic, biblical, and Quranic laws. fighting the enemy's wars on someone else's shores. While in politics, economics, and education, we are mute. Heavier than the land that you are now sitting in was once inhabited by so-called Indians. Now that's heavy. See, in Africa, we got diamond mines.
That's right, come on.
And no diamonds. Bling, bling. In America, we got diamonds, y'all. And no diamond mines. Bling, bling. Now that's heavy. Peace. Thank you. Now this last one, at least for now, you know, we got a lot of revolutionaries around. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people that talk a lot. They talk the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
Right.
You know? And like, who knows, raise your hand, who knows somebody that like they talk so much they never shut up, right? To the point where if you see them in the mall, in the store, in the school, wherever, you try to duck them. Let's be truthful. All right. I call him an armchair revolutionary.
Okay. All right.
You are armchair revolutionary. You are armchair revolutionary. You are armchair revolutionary. Yo, you talk a good one every time I come through, but the real question is, what you gonna do? You are armchair revolutionary. You Garvey ain't never been to Africa. Double Muslim and never been to Mecca. Disciple of King and never waged a boycott. Never went to a rally when one of our folks got shot by the cops. Never told a young cat to stop selling rocks. You just blah, blah, blah. Talk about everything under the sun, moon, and stars. Grew some dreads and talked about Jah. Shaved your head and talked about Allah. Got hit with some curveballs in life and turned to Christ. Went at the costume and started talking voodoo. You too through. Yo, you talk a good one every time I come through. But the real question is, what you gonna do? You are armchair revolutionary. You talk about when we forgot about H.R. Brown and all the other political prisoners on lockdown.
That's right.
You talk about the mother plane and acid rain and extraterrestrials and how we celestial. But forgot about Amadou getting shot in the vestibule. You always talking ish you thought nobody else knew. I peeped the speculation section in Barnes and Nobles. Come with Farrakhan and Dr. York while swining and dining with pork on your fork. You complain about the Hispanic population escalating and how come nobody cares about us and what people think about us and why they move away from us. It makes me wonder in whose God you trust. See, you talk a good one every time I come through, but the real question is, what you gonna do? You are armchair revolutionary. You talk about the Arabs and Africans and Europeans and how they enslaved the Nubians and brought us over here. Our culture was robbed because of them. We ain't got no jobs. And the little people in the shop looking up at us from 4'2". Like we gonna steal something from their store. And why we shouldn't buy for them no more. And how the man made AIDS so we can't hit chicks raw. Our Ashcroft took away our civil laws and rights. And how come black folk too scared to fight? See, you talk a good one every time I come through. But the real question is, what you gonna do? You are armchair revolutionary. And then, you talk about the kids. The kids. You call them generation crap. And why they wear their pants like that, with them rags on their heads. But you never took the time to talk to one of them. But you consider them trifling niggas that would rather pull triggers on one another when they should join the revolution that only seems to exist in your head. You mad at everybody from light-skinned to multiracial to bourgeois when ain't nobody thinking about you, pal. You mad at sisters that crossed over, lesbians, gays, politicians, the elephant and the donkey. While you sit in front of the TV with your remote like a brass monkey, flunky, or crack junkie, like a black Archie Bunker, but talking about the honky. See, you talk a good one every time I come through, but the real question is what you gonna do? You are armchair revolutionary, and you need to shut the blankety blank, blank, blank up. Peace. Thank you. One love, and praise to God. Thank you.
Bring me some music. Woo! Let's give it up to my brother Kamal.
Bless the mic. Bless the mic.